Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Introducing the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. One price, no surprises, just booming internet.
To succeed in gymnastics, it takes strength, determination, dedication, and it takes you. The USA Gymnastics Foundation raises funds to empower athletes at all levels and disciplines of our sport and to enrich communities for all-around success. Give to the USA Gymnastics. To succeed in gymnastics, it takes strength, determination, dedication, and it takes you. The USA Gymnastics Foundation raises funds to empower athletes at all levels and disciplines of our sport and to enrich communities for all-around success. Give to the USA Gymnastics Foundation today, because their success starts with you.
Welcome to the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships here at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. Today's competition features many of the nation's top junior elite and senior elite women's gymnasts. They're all here in New Orleans, contending for medals in each event, striving for a time-honored spot on Team USA, and vying to become an all-around champion of the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. And now the gymnasts that are here to compete in the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships for junior elite and senior elite women. Starting off on vault for Team Rio, for Woga, Isabella Anzola. For First State, Amaria Moore. For Capital Training Center, Charlotte Bullock. For Hopes and Dreams, Lila Richardson. For Capital Training Center, Trinity Wood. And for World Class, Amia Pewbanks. Starting off on uneven bars for Team London. For Cincinnati, Kylie Smith. For Pacific Reign, Adelie Van Grinsven. For Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. For Georgia Elite, Addie Fulchner. For Metroplex, Sydney Williams. For Cincinnati, Elena Sliney. And for Pacific Rain, S.P. Chang. And starting off on beam for Team Paris. For Gage Gymnastics, Levi Crane. For Gage Gymnastics, Alia Daniels. For Midwest Center, Sophia Buchler. For Gage Gymnastics, Vivi Crane. For Gage Gymnastics, Kaylee Seth. And for Georgia All-Stars, Ansley McCauley. These are the Junior Elite women competing in the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Championships. At this time, we invite you to please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to our nation's colors for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Gymnasts may now prepare for competition in the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships for Junior Elite Women. Gymnasts may now begin the warm-up for rotation 1. Introducing the USA Gymnastics judges for the women's competition. On video review panel, Arturo Padilla Oliveras and Carlos Sanchez. The technical director is Celeste Hamill. The judges at vault are Sylvia Brestian, Samantha Brown, Elizabeth Crandall-Howell, and Sylvia Topolova. On uneven bars, Pat Panichas, Shari Mann, Martina Castro, and Amy Young. The judges on beam are Christy Phillips, Kittia Carpenter, Gigi Iavaroni, and Yeseria Cabrera Davila. And the judges on floor are Cheryl Hamilton, Amanda Stroud, Pam Evans, and Maria Di Cristoforo. This is the first of 2 days of competition for junior elite women. Individual event scores and up-to-the-moment standings will appear on the arena scoreboards. Each day's scores for each gymnast will be added together to determine final placement on each apparatus and in the all-around competition. Gymnasts that opt to compete with 2 vaults will be eligible for vault apparatus medals. New at the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships this year is the Squad Showdown, a way to add an element of fun and team camaraderie to day one of competition. Each rotation group constitutes a squad. A squad's top 3 scores from each apparatus will contribute to the squad's total score. The highest scoring squad after all rotations today will be crowned Squad Showdown champion.
On top, 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 can't take her spot, spot, spot. She won MVP, P, 1, 2, and 3, 3, 3. Said she wasn't enough, so she did it for us. Her tricks are me.
This concludes the warm-up, and competition begins with the start of rotation 1. Starting off on vault for Woga, Isabella Anzola. Starting off on uneven bars for Cincinnati, Kylie Smith. Isabella Anzola of Woga on vault. Now on beam for Gage Gymnastics, Lavi Crane. Coming up next on vault for first state will be Amaria Moore. Kylie Smith of Cincinnati on uneven bars. Up next on bars for Pacific Rain will be Adelie Van Grinsven. Amaria Moore of First State on vault. Coming up next on vault for Capital will be Charlotte Bullock. Lovey Crane of Gage Gymnastics on beam. Coming up next on beam for Gage will be Alia Daniels. Now on uneven bars for Pacific Rain, Adelie Van Grinsven. Adelie Van Grinsven of Pacific Rain on uneven bars. Coming up next on uneven bars for Texas Dreams will be Caroline Moreau. Now on vault for Capital, Charlie Bullock. Charlie Bullock of Capital on vault. Coming up next on vault for Hopes and Dreams will be Lila Richardson. Now on vault for Hopes and Dreams, Lila Richardson. Lila Richardson of Hopes and Dreams on vault. Now on uneven bars for Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. Alia Daniels of Gage Gymnastics on beam. Coming up next on vault for Capital will be Trinity Wood. Caroline Moreau of Texas Dreams on uneven bars. Trinity Wood of Capital Gymnastics on vault. Coming up next on beam for Midwest will be Sophia Buechler. Now the second vault for Capitals Trinity Wood. Trinity Wood of Capital Gymnastics on vault. Coming up next on vault for world class will be Amia Pubanks. Now on beam for Midwest, Sophia Buechler. Now on uneven bars for Georgia Elite, Addie Fulcher. Amia Pubanks of World Class on vault. Addie Fulcher of Georgia Elite on uneven bars. Coming up next on uneven bars for Metroplex will be Sydney Williams. Up next on vault will be the second vault for world-class athlete Amia Pubanks. Sophia Buechler of Midwest on beam. Up next on beam for Gauge Gymnastics will be Vivi Crane. Now, second vault for Amia Pubanks of World Class. Amia Pubanks of World Class on vault. Now on beam for Gauge Gymnastics, Vivi Crane. Now on uneven bars for Metroplex, Sydney Williams. Sydney Williams of Metroplex on uneven bars. Vivi Crane of Gage Gymnastics on beam. Coming up next on uneven bars for Cincinnati will be Elena Sliney. Coming up next on beam for Gage Gymnastics will be Kaylee Sath. Now on uneven bars for Cincinnati, Elena Sliney. Now on beam for Gage Gymnastics, Kaylee Sath. Elena Sliney of Cincinnati on uneven bars. Kaylee Sath of Gage Gymnastics on beam. Coming up next on uneven bars for Pacific Rain will be SB Chang. Coming up next on beam for Georgia Elite will be Ansley McCauley. SB Chang of Pacific Rain on uneven bars. Now on beam for Georgia All-Stars, Ansley McCauley. Ansley McCauley of Georgia All-Star on beam. This concludes competition in the first rotation. Gymnasts may now advance to their second event in the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships for Junior Elite Women. Gymnasts may now begin the warm-up for rotation 2. After the first rotation of junior women's competition, here are your top 5 in the all-around standings. We have a tie for 4th place between Capital's Charlotte Bullock and Woga's Isabella Anzola, tied for 4th. And the top 3 look like this. In 3rd place for Capital Gymnastics, Trinity Wood. In 2nd place for Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. And leading the way with a 14.1 in the all-around after the first rotation for world-class gymnastics, Amia Pubanks. They are your leaders heading into the 2nd rotation of the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships for Junior Elite Women. This concludes the warm-up and competition. Resumes with the start of rotation 2. Starting off on uneven bars for first state, Amaria Moore. Starting off on beam for Pacific Rain, Adelie Van Grinsven. And now on floor for Gauge Gymnastics, Alia Daniels. Alia Daniels of Gauge Gymnastics on floor. And moments ago on beam for Pacific Rain, Adelie Van Grinsven. Also moments ago on uneven bars for first state, Amaria Moore. Coming up next on uneven bars for Capital will be Charlotte Bullock, followed by Hopes and Dreams gymnast Lila Richardson. And coming up next on beam for Texas Dreams will be Caroline Moreau. Now on uneven bars for Capital, Charlotte Bullock. Now on beam for Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. Charlie Bullock of Capital on uneven bars. Up next on uneven bars for Hopes and Dreams will be Lila Richardson, followed by Capital gymnast Trinity Wood. Now on floor for Midwest, Sophia Buechler. Sophia Buechler of Midwest on floor. Coming up next on beam for Georgia Elite will be Addie Fulcher. Now on uneven bars for Hopes and Dreams, Lila Richardson. Lila Richardson of Hopes and Dreams on uneven bars. Coming up next on uneven bars for Capital will be Trinity Wood, followed by world-class gymnast Amaya Pubanks. Now on beam for Georgia Elite, Addie Fulcher. Now on floor for Gage Gymnastics, Vivi Crane. Vivi Crane of Gage Gymnastics on floor. Trinity Wood of Capital on uneven bars. Coming up next on uneven bars for world class will be Amia Pewbanks, followed by Woga's Isabella Anzola. Coming up next on beam for Metroplex will be Sydney Williams. Now on floor for Gage Gymnastics, Kaylee Sath. Kaylee Sath of Gage Gymnastics on floor. Amia Pugh Banks of World Class on uneven bars. Sydney Williams of Metroplex on beam. Coming up next on uneven bars for Woga will be Isabella Anzola. And coming up next on beam for Cincinnati will be Elena Sliney. Now on floor for Georgia All-Star, Ansley McCauley. Ansley McCauley of Georgia All-Star on floor. Elena Sliney of Cincinnati on beam. Coming up next on beam for Pacific Rain will be S.P. Chang. Now on beam for Pacific Rain, SB Chang. SB Chang of Pacific Rain on beam. Coming up next on beam for Cincinnati will be Kylie Smith. Now on beam for Cincinnati, Kylie Smith. Kylie Smith of Cincinnati on beam. This concludes competition in the second rotation. Gymnasts may now advance to their third event at the halfway point of the first day of competition for junior elite women at the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Gymnasts may now begin the warm-up for rotation 3.
You might take something for your heart. You might get support for your joints, or even use something for your digestion. So why wouldn't you take something for the most important part of you? Your brain. People all over the country take Prevagen for their brain. In fact, Prevagen has been the #1 selling brain supplement nationwide for over 10 years. The most important supplement for the most important part of you. Try Prevagen for your brain today.
Here at the halfway point of the first day of competition for junior women at the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships, let's take a look at the top 5 in the all-around. Currently in 5th place for Gage Gymnastics, Alia Daniels. In 4th place for Woga, Isabella Anzola. In 3rd place for Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. In 2nd place for World Class, Amia Pugh-Banks, and leading the way with a 26.9 in the all-around for Capital Gymnastics, Charlie Bullock. They are your leaders at the halfway point of the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships Day 1 competition. This concludes the warm-up, and competition resumes with the start of rotation 3. Starting off on vault for Midwest will be Sophia Buechler, followed by Gage gymnast Vivi Crane. Now on floor for Texas Dreams, Caroline Moreau. Caroline Moreau of Texas Dreams on floor. Now on beam for Capital, Charley Bullock. Moments ago on vault for Gage Gymnastics, Vivi Crane. Coming up on vault for Gage will be Kaylee Sath, followed by Georgia All-Stars Ansley McCauley. Kaylee Sath of Gage Gymnastics on vault. Coming up next on vault for Georgia All-Star will be Ansley McCauley. Charley Bullock of Capital on beam. Coming up next on beam for Hopes and Dreams will be Lila Richardson. Ansley McCauley of Georgia All-Star on vault. Coming up next on vault for Gage Gymnastics will be Alia Daniels. Correction. Up next on vault for Georgia All-Stars, the second vault for Ansley McCauley. Now on floor for Georgia Elite, Addie Fulcher. Maddie Fulcher of Georgia Elite on floor. Now on vault for Gage Gymnastics, Alya Daniels. Alya Daniels of Gage Gymnastics on vault. Lila Richardson of Hopes and Dreams on beam. Up next on beam for Capital will be Trinity Wood. Now on floor for Metroplex, Sydney Williams. Sydney Williams of Metroplex on floor. Coming up next on beam for world class will be Amia Pugh-Banks. Now on floor for Cincinnati, Elena Sliney. Elena Sliney of Cincinnati on floor. Amia Pugh-Banks of World Class on beam. Coming up next on beam for Wolga will be Isabella Anzola. Now on beam for Wolga, Isabella Anzola. Now on floor for Pacific Rain, S.B. Chang. SP Chang of Pacific Rain on floor. Coming up next on beam for first state will be Amaria Moore. Now on floor for Cincinnati, Kylie Smith. Kylie Smith of Cincinnati on floor. And moments ago on beam for first state, Amaria Moore. Coming up next on floor for Pacific Rain will be Adelie Van Grinsven. Now on floor for Pacific Rain, Adelie Van Grinsven. Adelie Van Grinsven of Pacific Rain on floor. This concludes competition in the third rotation. Gymnasts may now advance to their fourth and final event on the first day of the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Gymnasts may now begin the warm-up for rotation 4.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Here are the current all-around standings of the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships competition for junior elite women. We have a tie for 5th place right now between Gage's Kaylee Sath and world-class gymnast Amia Pewbanks. In 4th place for Great American Gymnastics Express, Alia Daniels. Currently in 3rd place for Capital, Isabella Anzola. In 2nd place, for WOGA, Isabella Anzola in 3rd. In 2nd place for Capital is Charlotte Bullock, and leading the way for Texas Dreams with a score of 40.3 in the all-around, Caroline Moreau. They are your leaders heading into the final rotation on the first of 2 days of competition for junior elite women at the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. This concludes the warm-up for uneven bars and floor. Competition resumes with the start of rotation 4. As vault continues to warm up, starting off on uneven bars for Gage will be Vivi Crane, followed by Gage's Kaylee Sath. Now on floor for Hopes and Dreams, Lila Richardson. Lila Richardson of Hopes and Dreams on floor. Now on vault for Georgia Elite, Addie Fulcher. Addie Fulcher of Georgia Elite on vault. Coming up next on uneven bars for Gage will be Kaylee Sath, followed by Georgia All-Star Ansley McCauley. Coming up on vault, the second vault for Georgia Elite's Addie Fulcher, to be followed by Metroplex gymnast Sydney Williams. Addie Fulcher of Georgia Elite on vault. Up next on vault for Metroplex will be Sydney Williams, followed by Cincinnati's Elena Sliney. Now on floor for Capital, Trinity Wood. Trinity Wood of Capital Gymnastics on floor. Up next on vault, the second vault for Metroplex gymnast Sydney Williams, to be followed by Cincinnati's Elena Sliney. Ansley McCauley of Georgia All-Star on uneven bars. Sydney Williams of Metroplex on vault. Up next on vault for Cincinnati will be Elena Sliney, followed by Pacific Reigns' S.P. Chang. Coming up next on uneven bars for Gage Gymnastics, Lavi Crane, followed by Gage's Alya Daniels. Now on vault for Cincinnati, Elena Sliney. Elena Sliney of Cincinnati on vault. Now on uneven bars for Gage Lavi Crane. Lavi Crane of Gage Gymnastics on uneven bars. Now on floor for world class, Amia Pugh Banks. Amia Pugh Banks of world class on floor. SP Chang of Pacific Rain on vault. Now on uneven bars for Gage Alia Daniels. Alia Daniels of Gage on uneven bars. Coming up next on vault for Cincinnati will be Kylie Smith, followed by Pacific Rain's Annalie Van Vinson. Coming up next on uneven bars for Midwest will be Sophia Buechler. Now on vault for Cincinnati, Kylie Smith. Kylie Smith of Cincinnati on vault. Now on floor for Woga, Isabella Anzola. Isabella Anzola of Woga on floor. Now on vault for Pacific Rain, Adelie van Grinsven. Adelie van Grinsven of Pacific Rain on vault. Coming up next on uneven bars for Midwest will be Sophia Buchler. Now the second ball for Adelie van Grinsven of Pacific Rain. Adelie van Grinsven of Pacific Rain on vault. Now on floor for first state, Amaria Moore. Maria Moore of First State on floor. Now the second vault for Texas Dreams gymnast Caroline Moreau. Caroline Moreau of Texas Dreams on vault. Coming up next on floor will be Capital gymnast Charley Bullock. Now on floor for Capital, Charley Bullock. Charley Bullock of Capital Gymnastics on floor. This concludes day one of competition of the 2025 Junior Elite Women's Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Please join us in recognizing all of these talented athletes. Many thanks to the judges for all of their hard work and dedication. Gymnastics fans, stick around to see who will be the inaugural Squad Showdown champion. And now, the crowning of the first ever Squad Showdown champions of the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships Junior Women's Competition. With a cumulative squad score of 158.15, today's Squad Showdown champion is Team London. Cincinnati's Kylie Smith, Pacific Reigns' Adelie Van Grinsven, Texas Dreams gymnast Caroline Moreau, Georgia Elite's Addie Fulcher, Metroplex's Sydney Williams, Cincinnati's Elena Sliney, and Pacific Reigns' S.P. Chang. Let's hear it for these gymnasts and their coaches, the Squad Showdown champions. Thank you for attending this session of the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. We want to thank you, the fans, for all of your enthusiasm and encouragement in cheering on the gymnasts here at Smoothie King Center of New Orleans, Louisiana for the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Be sure to come back tonight to cheer on the senior women in the 2025 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. For a full list of events, you can visit xfinitychampionships.com. We hope to see everybody back here tonight for more elite women's gymnastics at the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships.